Well, welcome back to another episode of Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, what's up?
Jumped right in. I was checking to see if we were recording. You're just all fired up.
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Things are fine.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. So let's start with all the things we have to do so that we don't forget and then get yelled at.
Or breach contracts or some stuff.
Yeah, breach of the SLAs. The sponsors, man. We gotta talk about our friends. So
Still didn't give us a new script.
Addie's Fine Wine and Spirits.
No, it's like you're new here. I love it. Oh, God.
Queen City Creative Works.
There you go.
Doing good things over there in Cheektowaga. Marriage family ran operation where they brand all things Buffalo Happy Hour as well as customized items. So feel free to check them out on Queen City Creative Works. We have a partnership with them coming up with a lot of products that you may find interesting. Coasters, koozies, bottle openers, tumblers, all
the things.
A tumbler, I guess. I mean, yeah, then they have water bottles that are separate from tumblers, right? Yeah, there you go.
They're branding a notebook for me right now that I got for Christmas.
That's super intense.
Right?
Is it leather?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I don't skimp out. We're the Buffalo Happy Hour, bro. I can't go in with something like plastic.
I mean,
this is an amateur hour.
Yeah, and then it would just melt onto the laser.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But yeah, so Queen City Creative Works, definitely check them out. QueenCityCreativeWorks.com. They have a great website, and they are a Etsy shop on roids. So feel free to work with them, and you'll be happy. They do ship right with USPS.
Mm-hmm.
So all the things. Our other sponsor is High Peaks.
No script.
High Peaks. They're in the middle of reworking their business name as well.
Yeah.
But they are a first-person drone, veteran-owned business that focuses on marketing for small businesses in Buffalo and the surrounding area, and they do a great job with their drone operation. If you are looking to enhance your marketing experience for your customer base and patrons, then reach out to highpeaksimagery.com. highpeaksimage.com. And check out all things that they do, and you will not be disappointed. And they've flown in crazy conditions weather-wise, and they're just awesome people.
They do some shots that make me nauseous. Like they go up waterfalls and then do a 360 and then shoot back down.
And I think it's because they go real fast or real slow with their drones.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're able to do that.
They're nuts.
Yeah.
But good dudes. Go hit them up.
Yeah, check them out.
They'll elevate your marketing to a whole other level.
Good. And then you'll see Addie's logo in the bottom left of your screen because they're everywhere.
We always appreciate you guys.
And they're everywhere.
Correct.
So feel free to check out their app.
Yeah,
so,
link in the description below. Speaking of patrons, because you said about patrons, we also have a Patreon.
Yeah, we
just
got
get
a Patreon.
everything out there in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, got a Patreon. We're doing good things.
Start tuning out.
No, it's fine. So
Patreon.com/Buffalo Happy Hour. If you want to join our Happy Hour crew, we have 5 different tiers ranging from $3 all the way up to $50. No idea who would actually spend $50. Actually, we do know who would spend $50. But if you are interested in becoming part of our crew, you can go there, Patreon.com/Buffalo Happy Hour. We have some perks there also if you join, including a yearly shirt, which will commemorate your anniversary with joining the Happy Hour crew. So it's kind of cool, something that will obviously not be available to anybody else except for our patrons. So if you are interested in that, definitely go check that out, patreon.com/Buffalo Happy Hour. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's just get it all out. No, I'm just kidding. You got a fun fact for me today?
Yeah, useless fact.
Love it.
Al Capone's business card said he was the used furniture dealer.
What does that even mean? Who's dealing furniture? Not a salesman?
Apparently Al Capone. Yeah, it just says that his business card was it said that he was a used furniture dealer. And to be fair, he was credited with saying on his way into the court when he turned himself in that he runs a business. He's got like 500 people working under him. That's what basically he was saying. But yeah, he was in the mob, so everything's fine.
Isn't the mob like up again? Like coming on the rise?
They exist.
Yeah.
They never went anywhere.
The Gambino family or something's coming back?
Yeah, they never went away. They're everywhere.
Why does Gambino make me remind me of Sandlot? What was the
Great Gambino?
The Great Bambino, right?
Yeah.
Is it Bambino or Gambino?
No. Well, it's both. freaking Christ.
No, it's not. It's one or the other.
It's not. It's not because the Gambino family also said it.
Well, yeah, but the great Bambino was a baseball player, right?
Correct. Babe Ruth.
Yeah, right. Dude, I don't like baseball. I hate baseball. But anytime I hear Gambino or Ambino, whatever, Mambrino King, I always think of Sandlot.
Yes, but yes, the Bambino is Babe Ruth. What I'm looking up specifically is when did the great Gambino, when was it said? Because hold on, it was also a show. The great Gambino was like a lion in a circus that attacked its trainer.
Oh, I remember that.
Well, it wasn't recent, but yeah, it was on live TV in 1956, October.
Yeah, I was alive.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, yeah.
It's wild.
Anyways, lots of
before we dive in even more.
The hell is this?
I put it in a pink bag for you too.
Why is this in a pink bag? Is this a pillow?
It's a gift for from Megafan and I.
What the hell?
You gotta open it up.
I know, Derek. I'm not just gonna stare at it until the last 2 minutes.
All right, so now before you show the camera what it is.
Am I supposed to look at one side or the other?
Well, the black side. Pull the black side out.
Am I supposed to look at the black side?
Turn it around first, just so I can make sure. So turn it around towards me. Make sure things didn't mess up. All right, now pull it out. That's what she said. Okay, you're good. All right, so if everybody can see, throw it up to the camera.
Okay, I'm gonna look away.
That's fine. No, you're good. It's all good. I saw it already. So it's a black pillow. All right. Yep. Now turn it back around and reveal it. Have you ever seen one of these before?
Oh, I gotta flake it down?
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh, why does it feel like that? Ugh.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
No, I don't.
You've never seen one of these before?
No, Derek. I'm not lying to you. This is awkward.
Be an athlete, dude.
What do you mean be an athlete? I don't want to hurt it.
It's not going to hurt it. It's meant to do that.
What is this? Is that Nicolas Cage? Yes, dude! That's amazing! Oh my God. I cannot wait to... This is the feature pillow in our living room for Colleen to just enjoy.
Turn it on for the camera.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Oh my God.
And Derek.
It's hilarious.
Hold on, let me do the full reveal. It's like a scratch off.
Oh my God, is that Nicolas Cage?
Dude, this is the greatest thing in the history of the world. Oh, yes. God. It's almost like I needed ocular devices to figure out what it was, dude. He's the greatest.
You say Steve Buscemi's the ugliest guy. I think Nicolas Cage is up there.
No
Oh my
way.
God, he is brutal.
Look at that pillow. Dude, this is amazing.
Prop it up behind the Woodford the rest of the show.
That's
awesome. Oh my God, it is so funny. That turned out even better. When Sean sent it to me, he's like, "We got to do this for Mike." I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Where did this come from?
Amazon. Dude, you can find anything on Amazon.
Oh, this is just fantastic. I can't wait to show this to Colleen. She's going to be so annoyed. This is what made it worth it. I mean, our whole podcast, this is worth it. That's it. The last 2.5 years, that's all we need.
God. It's so funny. Dude, he's got such an ugly mug.
Oh, that's brilliant, man. Okay, so weekly recap. Christmas occurred.
Yeah.
The Bills beat the Patriots. Suck it, Tyler.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What I mean, okay, I couldn't even tell you the gifts so far because I'm not even done.
Oh yeah.
No, like I have to go to Syracuse and then I got to exchange in Syracuse, and then you and I didn't exchange, but we exchanged. It's fine. But thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I just can't, dude. The holidays are exhausting.
They are very exhausting. So, have you guys adopted new traditions separate from what you grew up with, or have they been relatively the same? Like,
this is the last year of the norm.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you changing it for next year? Just for convenience?
That, like, grandparents have passed, and then it's just very hard to juggle between all the parents and trying to figure, like, because I got 2 in-laws in Syracuse, and, like, my wife's parents are divorced, so that adds to it. And then they're, whenever we have kids, that's going to throw a ripple into it because obviously everyone's going to want to see their grandkids, and we're the only one with kids first. So we're just trying to figure that out. Like Conley's not pregnant, right? But we know it's going to happen. So I mean, God willing, PTL. But I don't know, man. It's going to be nuts. What about you?
There's obviously a ton of bad stuff has happened during COVID, but that was one of the better things that happened was that people just want to stay home by themselves a lot. Yeah. And that was a lot of my family. So my parents obviously divorced. We had to traditionally, this is what it used to be before everything happened with my mom, then before everything is now with my parent, my new families. So we would go to my grandmother's on Christmas Eve. This was what it used to be before I met Gina. Grandmother's on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, we would wake up, go to my mom's house, and we would go to my dad's house, and we would go to my aunt's house. Then we would go to my other aunt's house, and then my grandmother's house.
All on Christmas?
So we would do 5 stops on Christmas Day. It was stressful beyond belief. I was always exhausted. And then I met Gina, and then we tried to figure out how we can do, my parents, my family stuff still, but also integrate her stuff, which was impossible. So now we just do, everybody... There was no extended family party this year, really, for Christmas. It was all aunts, uncles, everybody do your own thing. We'll get together at some point, call it a holiday party. No one's exchanging gifts anyway. I'm not getting gifts from my uncle or my aunt. I don't want gifts from them. No point for them to give me gifts. So why not crowd up Christmas Day and let's do something maybe a month later. Call it a family holiday party. All get together, have fun, but don't exchange gifts. It's pointless. But why crowd up Christmas even more? So that's what we've been doing. This year it was super easy. It was just my mom's on Christmas Eve, my dad's early for brunch on Christmas morning, and then Gina's parents at night. That's it. So much simpler this year.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
But yeah, that's the new tradition that we're going to be doing is 3 stops max for those 2 days. I don't want to do anything more than that. I'm done. I'm exhausted. Holidays are stressful, dude.
Divorce sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's good when you're a kid because you get twice the gifts.
Yeah, but
when you grow older, you're I just want to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm tired.
Yeah, when you're 30, you just want to take a nap.
Yeah.
The only thing that doesn't suck is his pillow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is the greatest thing. I just can't stop staring at it.
And he's staring right at everybody. Oh my God. So awkward.
He's he's a Hall of Fame actor.
No, he's not.
He is, dude.
Has he ever won a Grammy? Or an Emmy or whatever?
He must. It's Nicolas Cage.
What are they called? What is the difference between a Grammy and an Emmy?
You're asking too many.
And an Oscar.
Oh my God. Biggest award Nicolas Cage has ever won. This is it, man. I mean, there's nothing better. There's nothing better.
It was a lot better.
He won an Academy Award for Best Actor.
Is that the highest?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything higher than that.
I think the Academy Award is the lowest.
He's won over... Oh, dude, he's won a lot.
They're all just trying to make him not hurt himself.
Hold on. He's gotten 2 Academy Awards, 2 BAFTA Awards, 4 Golden Globes, 2 Critic Choice Movie Awards, and 3 Screen Actor Guild Awards.
Jesus.
But that doesn't... he was nominated for a bunch, but yeah, obviously the 1997 classic The Rock, the 1988 classic Con Air, he won awards with. Also City of Angels, Snake Eyes, The Family Man. He was nominated for Gone in 60 Seconds, should have won it, I mean, it was just... Leaving Las Vegas is obviously another classic. I mean, it's just anything with him in it is just better.
Yeah, the most well-known award in American cinema, the Oscars, are handed out every year to actors, directors, producers, and film professionals who worked the previous years. The Academy Award ceremony was inaugurated in 1929. So the Academy Awards are the top. Right? Is that true?
Well, Nicolas Cage won it twice. So.
No, the Nobel Prize is the first.
Nobel Prize?
What? That doesn't have anything to do with the actors. Why did that come up? The Booker Prize? What's the Booker Prize?
This is why we got to use DuckDuckGo.
We'll
get the facts.
No, this is Britain's most prestigious literature. I don't care about the Brits. We won. The Academy Award is next. So Nobel Prize is the first, the top award you can ever earn. Second is the Booker Prize. Third is the Academy Awards. The top award you can ever win in your life is an Academy Award. because you were so good at being somebody else on TV.
You know what I want? I want the what is it? The Freedom Medal, the Medal of Freedom from the president.
Oh yeah,
that's what I want.
The Golden Globes, the Brit Awards, the Grammys, the MTV Video Music Awards. How did that even make the top 10?
Dude,
Jesus, what is this?
I don't know, man.
When was the last time you watched a music video?
A real long time ago. Yeah, years.
Do you remember what it was? Like the last music video you watched? Was it on? It had to have been on YouTube, right?
No, probably MTV with I'm Blue. That music video was sweet back in the day.
Is it If I Was Green, I Would Die, or If I'm a Deer?
We already went over this, Derek. Goodness.
So, you know what the first music video was on MTV?
No.
The video killed the radio star.
Really?
The first.
How do you know that?
Trivia.
All right. Anyways, I have a new pet peeve.
What? Me.
No.
Nicolas Cage pillows.
No, those things are amazing. All right. You are at a gas station. Okay. There's two sides to a gas station. Centralized pumping station stand. Whatever you want to call it. Okay? There's the right side and left side. For whatever side your gas tank is on your car.
You know about the trick, right? To figure it out?
Yeah, the arrow.
Yeah.
It's not a trick. It's by design. It's literally manufactured that way.
But nobody knows it.
Yeah, because people are clueless, which brings me to my pet peeve. So you tell me for today, hey, let's shoot for like 4:30. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I wrap up everything I got to do. I make sure I'm all set. And then I leave so that I'm going to arrive at 4:15. And then I get a text saying, well, let's do 4:45 actually.
Yeah.
I'm still finishing things. Like, that's fine. I still have to get gas. It's the age-old conversation that we've had since we started this podcast.
Yeah, you didn't need gas.
I was basically already here. No, I actually didn't need gas. I was at a quarter tank because, again, I drove to Springville for a collapsed house. Anyways, pull into quick fill. My gas cap is on the left side of my car, driver's side. No issues. I pull in, I pull up, I'm taking a look. The place is mobbed. There's a U-Haul van. It's like a 26-foot super mover. Ooh. Rounded curves all over it, right? Whatever. Marketing. It's a giant U-Haul truck. You're not going to get good gas mileage. I hate to break it to you. So I pull up, and I'm looking, and then there's two other cars for 3 total pumps. Everything's blocked on the right side that I have to use because my gas cap is on the left side of my car. There's a gap in the middle on the left side, and I'm like, perfect. I can whip around and then sneak right in and start pumping gas. So I go all the way around to make a U-turn, and then as soon as I start to make my U-turn, I look at where I'm going to drive because that's what you do when you drive, and the person who's in the front of the stand of the pumping station is so far away from the pump in the middle of the road.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even I went to Saturn. I was so mad. I was like, I instantly white-knuckled, and he knew it. He felt bad. And I'm like, how self-absorbed are you that you have to drive to the brink of the hose extension radius to pump gas that's your move? Like, that's where you are right now in the world? You're, like, idiot. Idiot. That's like calling Massachusetts Massachusetts. Yeah. Another reason why I hate Patriots fans. So I can't do it. I went to Saturn. I screamed, and then Tim Dillon made me laugh because I was listening to his show, and I'm like, whatever. Then I just waited, and then he drove away, and I go, you know what? I hope you hit a squirrel and something happens to your tire. You're okay, but your car's not. Like one of those. Yeah. Pump gas came here. Everything's fine.
Perfect.
Set up. But anyways, they found a second Earth, so we should probably talk about that.
They found a second Earth?
They found a second Earth.
What does that mean?
I'll read it to you. But they found a planet that's larger than Earth that is Earth, and I'm sure it's where aliens live. Researchers have confirmed, this is as of yesterday.
Was this on the Joe Rogan? Is that where I heard it? Oh.
No. I don't listen to him like you do.
Yes, you do. Stop it.
Do not.
I do not listen nearly as much as you think I do, and you are the one that comes here and you're like, did you listen to today's episode with Tim Dillon?
Yeah, I specific people. You watch every one.
No, I don't. Not at all. I watch only people that I'm like interested in. So like everyone. What? No, I don't watch that much.
Researchers have confirmed the existence of a second Earth located in the Proxima Centauri system. The planet likely has oceans just like Earth and may host alien life. In the past, thousands of exoplanets have been discovered in the universe, but none of them is like Proxima B. The planet named Proxima B is believed to be around 1.3 times the size of our planet and has the ideal temperature on the surface for water in a liquid state to exist. Proxima B, as has been baptized, has very promising characteristics. It is probably rocky, slightly more massive than our own planet, and is located in the region around its star that would allow liquid water on its surface to exist. And they have a photo of it, and it looks like a rockier, dirtier, more sand and dirt version of Earth with clouds.
That's pretty sick.
So I'll send this to you, and then you get it's in the universe. I don't that way. I don't. What do you mean? Where is it? I don't know.
We have a telescope right here, right? Just
yeah.
go look it up.
So
is it? It's not obviously. Is it part of our solar system?
I probably not. No.
Like our galaxy. Dude, I'm so inept when it comes to.
And you expect I can't even find the average, and you want me to know?
You have like weird knowledge.
I do have very weird knowledge.
So I don't know if you knew like. Because I don't know anything about the solar system. I don't barely know what order the planets are in.
Oh.
In relation to the sun. Do you? I just know Pluto is the last, but I also know Pluto is kind of not a planet anymore. But they also is.
It's not. It's officially a star. But this is not in the Milky Way. So this is like millions of light years away, and we found it. And
how?
What do you mean how?
How did we find it?
The telescope that I told you about.
No.
What do you mean no? That's why we do these things. Yes, it's a satellite that's a telescope that's out there.
So how do they say how far away it is?
Let me look.
How far away is, what is it? Plan B?
Proxima B.
Proxima B.
Distance from Earth. 4.2 light years away.
Holy shit. How do you even get there? You don't.
4.2 light years. Yeah, so it's, I mean.
How far away is the sun?
24?
4.2 light years. That's all I heard.
Light years to miles. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, here we go. You ready? Here you go, Mike. Patreon. 2.5 times 10 to the 13th power miles is how far away this thing is.
So 10 to the 7th is a million.
I'm sorry. 10 to the 7th is a million?
Yeah, right?
No. Wouldn't it be 6 or 6 zeros in... Well, no. Yeah.
What?
There's 6 zeros in a million.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10 to the 6 is a million?
Wait, there's 6.
I don't think it works. Does it work just like that? How many zeros there are? What's million in exponential form? Look that up. We're so dumb, dude. I like to think that I'm smart, but I'm not at all.
What is million in exponential form? Yeah. 1 million is 10 to the 6.
10 to the 6, yeah. So 10 million is 10 to the 7th. All right, so 13 million
Oh my God, Mike is so mad right now. It's like, both of you, into my classroom.
So 10 to the 13 million, or 13 exponent, is 10 trillion miles away.
Yeah. So it's...
So it's 400 trillion?
No, it's 4.2.
No, it's
4.24.
42 trillion miles away.
Yeah, it's 42 trillion miles from Earth.
Jesus, dude. How? How do we even see this stuff? All right, you want to talk about conspiracy theories here? Why is it that when they're trying to tell you, like, hints to figure out, because, like, you're stupid, let me help you figure out what this math problem means, they use 4.2 times 10 to the 6th. 4.2. We were just talking about that. It's 4.2 trillion. How? Conspiracy. I don't believe it. So they just found this stuff with the telescope, and they're like, that looks inhabitable. So
Yeah,
they don't know if
basically.
it is.
Well, yeah, until we get something on ground. Well, I mean, what if someone's there?
What's the furthest we've ever traveled in space? We need a Jamie. We really do.
I know.
We need somebody to like video record everything that we do outside of the podcast, to look up some of this stuff. We just need somebody to help us. It's just a cry for help.
Voyager I is the farthest human-made object from Earth. NASA launched it on September 5th, 1977, and as of October 2019, it had traveled 13.7 billion miles from the planet.
Jesus, it's still got a while to go, and it took, what, 60 years?
Yeah, 77 to 2019.
Holy shit.
So, and it's only at 14 billion miles, and it has to go 42 trillion to find that planet?
Yeah. I ain't getting there at all.
Not while we're here. Is Voyager 1 still transmitting? It's one of the oldest probes and the most distant
I like that word.
human-made object from Earth. It's still doing science. But even as it drifts farther and farther from a dimming sun, it's still sending information back to Earth, as scientists recently reported in the Astrophysical Journal. Even their journals are annoyingly named. Like, can you just help? You know,
Astrophysical.
Yeah, like, help us out. You know, no one's at your level except for the three of you that wrote the friggin' article. Like,
but we have to have something that we've created now that can surpass that quicker, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, dude, this thing is like
now,
the Voyager 1 passed Jupiter and Saturn, and it's just like, see you later. Like, it's just out there, man.
There's a picture that just circulated of inside Saturn, like inside the rings.
Yeah, which is sweet. But I don't. So hold on. What's your question about telescopes? How?
I mean, I know how telescopes work, Mike, but I'm just saying, like, I don't understand how we can reach that level. Like, we have the technology to reach that level, but we don't have the technology to cure cancer. Are you serious?
Money, dude.
I know. That's depressing.
Earth's best telescope.
We can create a vaccine for COVID in 9 months, but we can't do anything with cancer.
No, too many people ride their bikes to raise money. What's the best telescope on Earth? NASA. Oh, perfect. That's definitely not what I wanted to hear. Like, that's an organization. That's not a telescope. Like, I'm dumb, but God almighty. Okay, so some have called NASA's James Webb Space Telescope the telescope that ate astronomy. It's the most powerful space telescope ever built and a complex piece of mechanical origami that has pushed the limits of human engineering. And that is as of October 2021. So
how far can you zoom in with that?
What's the most powerful optical telescope in the world? We've just ascended the tallest mountain in the Hawaiian Islands, Maui Keen, to see the pair of 10-meter Keck telescopes, the largest and most powerful optical telescopes in the world.
That's optical, though. Like, can you imagine?
Okay, so how far will James Webb see?
Yeah.
That's the one from NASA. So it'll be able to see what the universe looked like around 250 million years, possibly back to 100 million years after the Big Bang, when the first stars and galaxies started to form.
No, that doesn't answer my question.
It does, because that's how space works.
But there still needs to be like a distance component to it. It's not seeing in a historical reference. It's not saying I can see with this telescope what it was like 40,000 years ago. That's not possible because it's already existed. I'm talking about distance. Unless we just copy ourselves. What if that's the case? We just keep every like 100,000 years we just copy ourselves and move further away. That'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I guess. Hold on, let's see.
Do you think previous, like, not generations, but like before we were even around as a species, do you think there was a species before us that was doing the same thing before they died? Like they had a telescope this powerful before they went extinct?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but they had, I mean, we've had to reinvent the wheel twice because we've lost so many things due to fires and war.
Yeah.
You know, like the, what is it, the Library of Alexandria or whatever? Yeah. You know, like all of that. And that's what's sad. So, okay. I'm deep dive now into, I feel like I'm Jamie.
Love it.
I found an article that literally depicts between Hubble and this new one that replaces Hubble.
Pull it up, Mike. We're trademarking it.
Yeah. Basically, it's the type of light do the telescopes see. So the new one was designed to focus on the infrared part of the spectrum, from red light to infrared. It means it won't be able to see an ultraviolet light like Hubble, but it will be able to focus on infrared bright objects like extremely distant galaxies. Okay. So is it replacing the Hubble? It doesn't cover the same types of light, so no. Okay. How big are the telescopes? Don't care.
I just want to know how far I can see.
I'm trying, Derek. What are the distances between the telescopes on Earth? Don't care. How far back in time can it see?
I don't get that point, though.
Okay, so the further away an object is, the further back in time we are looking.
I don't like that at all.
I don't... Okay, then complain to NASA.
How is that even possible?
Because the universe is still expanding. This is what we talked about before in another weekly episode.
But you're still not seeing back in time. You're just seeing a distant object in the rearview mirror. That's not you going back in time to look at this.
It's because of the time it takes light to travel from the object to us.
Okay, that makes sense.
You have to let me finish reading, Derek. They answered it for us, normal folk. With its larger mirror, it'll be able to see almost the whole way back to the beginning of the universe around 13.7 billion years ago. With its ability to view the universe in longer wavelengths, because it's seeing an infrared light.
I just want to say this is way above our mental capacity. Someone in
the comments can explain it. I'm just going to read it. So hold on. Okay. With its ability to view the universe in longer wavelengths, infrared light, the new telescope will be capable of seeing most of what distant galaxies are in the universe, certainly with more ease than the visible ultraviolet light view of Hubble. It's because light from distant objects is stretched out by the expansion of our universe, an effect known as redshift, pushing the light out of the visible range and into infrared. Because it's expanding, it's changing the light form. That's insane. So it's changing it from whatever the Hubble sees to infrared.
So this might be stupid.
It goes from ultraviolet to infrared.
All right, so this might be stupid. Question. And I know you don't know the answer to this, but if I'm understanding this correctly, and this thing is 4.2 or 42 trillion miles away, is it possible that this telescope is viewing what Earth used to look like, and this is just a copy of what Earth was back, right?
I'm not high enough for that question.
Because if we could technically see in the past with this, which doesn't still make sense to me, and this looks exactly like Earth, just bigger, it's a possibility that we shrank as we destroyed everything. We need him to help us explain this.
We need him to help us.
Have him go steal the telescope for us.
We just need the ocular devices.
I hate this conversation because it makes my brain hurt so bad.
At least we learned something.
Did we, though? Because I can't recite any of that.
Basically, the Hubble telescope...
All I know is that 10 to the 13 is trillion.
I guess if it's ultraviolet, then it's closer to us, and that's what the Hubble picks up. This new one, the James Webb, sees infrared.
Sounds like a backup quarterback for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, it sounds like he dropped out of Ivy League. Yeah. So the James Webb can see infrared, which means that it's at a further distance because of the expansion of the universe changes it from ultraviolet to infrared.
So what's the spectrum? Does it go infrared all the way up to ultraviolet?
It's based on micron size, and they mentioned it at the very top, so now I gotta scroll all the way. Okay, so... The James Webb has been designed to focus on the infrared part of the spectrum from 0.6 red light to 28 microns infrared.
What's COVID?
Yeah, COVID is like 0.12 to... No, it's 0.08 to 1.2 micron in size. But that's... Well, no, it's not because it's micron. So it's basically COVID. Okay, so that's red and infrared. Okay, so it's 0.6 to 28 micron.
I'm so dumb when it comes to this stuff, dude.
It's so an average human hair is like 45 to 47 micron.
Well, I'm more talking about like infrared versus red. Like, are they actually the colors?
Oh, Jesus, Derek. Okay, so hold on. So I'm actually tracking this because it's in front of my face. So infrared is 0.6 to 28. Ultraviolet is 0.8 to 2.5. But not to the extent that James Webb can. Instead, it focuses its unique ultraviolet, which is 0.1 to 0.4 micron, capabilities on work that cannot be done from the ground, and its visible light instruments on producing the high-resolution images we are most familiar with. Light travels in a range of frequencies along the electromagnetic spectrum. Our eyes have evolved to detect the band of the spectrum, which is known as visible light, which is unsurprising given that our atmosphere blocks out many of the other wavelengths. However, there are many other forms of light we cannot see, both inside and outside our atmosphere. So if you're in space, you can see other light, colors, that you can't see in Earth because our atmosphere blocks them. But that doesn't necessarily mean we can see them because our eyes may not be able to do that.
So
because,
are we all colorblind to an extent?
Yeah.
Just by our environment?
Yeah, like dogs see in black and white.
Yeah.
So infrared light has a longer wavelength and can pass through objects in space that visible light's blocked by, such as gas. So that's why this is huge, because the Hubble telescope may have an object blocking the light source, while the new telescope, the James Webb, can penetrate those objects and then see the infrared light, because it's not blocked the infrared light, it only blocked the visible light. So that's the biggest difference.
I still don't get it, but whatever.
That's really wild. So
I still am fascinated about this whole second Earth thing. We need to talk to somebody significantly smarter than us that can put it into terms that we can understand.
yeah, we need someone who can articulate
Is
it.
there anybody like, we're not known for our science here. We're known for our medical, right? Like there's probably not.
Our area?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, I'm sure there's a professor at UB who could break it down. There's got to be.
I would love to. You
Yeah.
want to try to reach out to him?
Yeah.
Because this sounds like super interesting. I would love to talk
Just be
about
like,
this.
hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, I need
The
you.
second Earth thing. Can you explain this to me? Because I have
Yeah.
no idea. Is it actually red light? Or are we talking about like infrared is blue? He's going to be like, you're so dumb.
I'm so excited, dude. Yeah, we should definitely reach out. Because I mean, we've generally gotten good comments back from people where they're like, that was actually really fascinating.
Yeah, like and
Are we at like 40 minutes now?
36. This might sound a little selfish, but like I don't even do some of these episodes for our people. Like I do some of these episodes for us. Like I want to learn.
I need to get
this
away
stuff.
from people.
Yeah, seriously. I want to learn this stuff. So, yeah, it will be very interesting for everybody to hear. But I also really want to learn about this because this science, that type of science, I am so dumb with. I am very smart with physics because I can prove it. I can't prove any of this shit. Someone tells me we found Earth, and I'm like, cool. What am I going to do to validate this? I'm not going to go see it with the telescope. Do you think there's somebody out there? There has to be somebody out there that's using a telescope to look at every single friggin' star to see if it has life form on it. There has to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, to an extent, right? Because if we're seeing a star, it already blew up.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because that's when a star emits light, is after it explodes. And then by the time it takes, that's why.
Yeah.
Like, by the time the light travels to us.
What about the
then,
North Star? Has that just been exploding for eons?
I guess. Yeah, the star that Harriet used. She did. It's not like I'm wrong. I need this to load because I found an article that says how the new James Webb Space Telescope could reveal the origins of. And I need it to load, man. I need it to load.
What a cliffhanger.
I know.
The origins of...
No pun intended, because
really.
we're literally going into space. Into space! We'll see.
All right.
I'm going to try to get it to load. But yeah, I mean, there's... It was this one. It's probably a virus. That's why it's not working.
Probably.
So I found out that Bank of America spends like $140 million a year on anti-theft protections or something ungodly.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? So they don't get hacked? Weren't they still hacked?
Pretty accurate. Dude, the landscape for hackers is ever evolving. We're basically doing reactive measures. We're not doing anything proactive. That's what's tough, is because hackers can create new shit and we have to react to it. We're not able to like do anything proactive. Like you can put up defenses to capture some of the stuff, but from an intuitive standpoint, we're not going to know what the next thing is until somebody exploits it. So you're investing all this money to prevent previous hacks from going through, but somebody will just create something new.
Isn't it annoying?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the name of the game. That's why I have job security, bro.
Well, the article loaded.
Nailed it.
So we're basically what we're trying to do is find the Big Bang, essentially, because that's what started everything.
I still don't understand how we can find that, though. It happened.
Well, God. Okay, so
Are you going to be like, yeah, there's Jesus right there. We see him on the telescope.
he's right here. He's right here. Okay, he's been living in our midst. When the James Webb Space Telescope launched on Christmas, it will begin a multi-year mission to help humankind catch a glimpse of the origins of the universe. The telescope is equipped with the most sophisticated array of stargazing equipment ever assembled, and it will be able to peer into the farthest reaches of space, some 13.8 billion light years away.
Well, this is 4.2 trillion, so...
The data it collects will allow Earth-bound scientists to better understand the formation of stars and galaxies just after the Big Bang. When the lights turned on in the universe, that's what Webb is trying to see, says the NASA project manager who worked on the thing. So that's good. Thank you. Like, that kind of helps, right? Webb is designed to capture more distant light than any of its predecessors, aiming to examine the first stars in the universe due to its range of sight, which is what we went over with light, right? So the first galaxies were formed 1 billion years ago. So Webb is trying to see that, as well as everything after, up to about 14 billion years ago. 13.8 to be exact. So the region of space scientists are trying to observe is so far away that only faint traces of light and heat are detectable from Earth, because it's been so long.
Yeah.
So to overcome this $10 billion telescope needs to be able to see through various...
$10 billion?
Yeah. It needs to be able to see through various interstellar objects that would otherwise obstruct its view. Here's how it works. Are you ready? Are you sitting?
Yeah.
Well, I know you are. Thank God we're not sitting in those awkward podcast chairs. But anyways, we'll plug those in a photo. Yeah. Those are the worst. Okay. So the key to Webb's deep space vision is its ability to sense infrared light. That's literally what we talked about. It's not helping. We need better. Past telescopes have been able to capture infrared light, but only in a more limited range of wavelengths. Webb will fill a large gap by detecting light waves from the earliest stars and galaxies in the universe. Okay? It's orbiting 1 million miles away. The heat of the sun can easily interfere with Webb's sensitive infrared detectors. That's why it's equipped with a shield to reflect the heat. Webb must also be positioned at a Goldilocks location for telescopes, almost 1 million miles away from Earth, a spot that, gravitationally speaking, is not too far and not too close. So it's going to orbit 340 miles above Earth's surface. Or, I'm sorry, Hubble is. Hubble's 340 miles away.
Can you imagine? You have like the shot framed up in the telescope and you just start moving because you're rotating in space. You're like, Brian, stop this thing. I can't get a picture of it.
I'm getting nauseous.
We gotta wait another 20 years. Damn it. Damn it.
If an infrared telescope such as the Webb were in a similar spot, light and heat from the sun, Earth and the moon would drown out the faint signals it was designed to detect. So instead, it's going to be positioned 1 million miles away from Earth to a spot known as the second Lagrange point, or L2. It's basically like a relay point. Once it reaches L2, its sun shield will help keep the infrared sensor and other instruments chilled to a temp of a mere negative 370 degrees. Damn. Webb's L2 orbit around the sun will be in sync with Earth's, so it can be in constant communication with its home base. Okay, that's pretty smart. L2 is one of 5 points where the gravitational pull of the sun and Earth is balanced enough to allow a small object, such as a satellite, to remain in a fixed orbit.
Oh, that's cool.
It's easy to get there and easy to orbit. L2's orbits along with the Earth, so we'll have access to any point in the sky. It's a supersized mirror. Thanks to Webb, scientists will be able to produce images at a higher resolution than what was possible with any other infrared telescope before it. The key is Webb's large mirror, whose 18 hexagonal pieces will help it absorb as much infrared light as possible. Okay, got it. They're going to launch it. Okay, they're going to put it in a rocket. Once on course for L2, it'll emerge from the rocket, and then it'll boost with a propeller at a speed of 25,000 miles an hour to escape Earth's gravity. We're almost there. Okay. After 7 weeks in space, the mirror will swing open and Webb will be fully deployed.
So when is this gonna? 7 weeks from Christmas?
Yeah, like it's a thing as of Christmas.
This weighs 14,300 pounds on Earth.
Okay, that's a couple tons. It's like 2.5, 3 tons.
No, a ton is 2,000, right? Yeah, a ton is 2,000
yeah, you're
pounds.
right.
So yeah, you're looking at like 7 tons.
So what happens next? The Observatory is expected to begin sending science data back to Earth 6 months after deployment. The initial mission is to explore the moments after the Big Bang. It'll last 5 to 10 years, though if all goes well, it could be extended. It expects the telescope's contribution to science and our curiosity to be profound. Some of the greatest discoveries are likely to be answers to questions that no one has asked yet. Some of Webb's greatest discoveries are likely to be answers to questions that no one has asked yet.
That's fascinating.
So it kind of answered questions, but it really didn't answer questions.
Doesn't the whole point of religion like not believe in the Big Bang and that God created everything? Will this throw everything off if they figure it out that like there was a Big Bang?
Well, that was kind of always a blend between religion and science, right? Like where science short fell, religion stepped in and gave people.
Do you think religion's gone by the wayside once you figure out that the Big Bang was real?
I mean, do you think religion has gone by the wayside anyways?
Yeah.
Then there's your answer.
But there's still a lot of people that believe.
Well, yeah.
So here's the real question.
I mean, dude, there's 7 billion people on Earth. There's like a billion Christians. Yeah. So 6 billion people are wrong. That's like, that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean,
So here's the real question. Is this worth it?
Is what worth it?
Like finding this whole thing out. Is this worth like the $10 billion telescope, all the time and effort into this, the countless research to go back and just see? Like, is this worth it? Is all this money we're dumping into this worth it?
Sure. What? Who cares? It's already done.
Well, I know, but is this a good use of our taxpayer dollars? No, but seriously though, do you think that it's worth it? Do you think that it's not going to change anything?
It was $10 billion, right?
Just for the telescope.
Yeah, so Elon paid for that this year.
Yeah, with his taxes.
So who cares? It's peanuts, dude, in the grand scheme of things.
Well, I know that, but do you still think it's worth it?
Yeah. At least then we get answers. And then we're going to find the other folk out there, you know?
What do you think would happen?
A war. Obviously,
really?
Of course.
We'll just rape and pillage their whole planet.
Or they come and do it here. Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Absolutely. Do you think we're equipped? Absolutely not. If they can get here, we're screwed.
Yeah. We still got something floating out into space for 70 years. It's not even a quarter of the way there.
We don't even know our own oceans.
It's true.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, some other force is going to show up.
So why aren't we doing that? Why are we trying so hard to figure out the Big Bang when we don't know anything about our ocean? Shouldn't we be investing money? We need Nicolas Cage on this case.
Of course we do. Dude, we do a lot of things wrong. I mean, we have a super pandemic and our southern border's wide open. Explain that.
Right.
You know, we have other treatments available, but we're only focusing on vaccines. Explain that. Like, the CDC mishandled this to such an extent they should all be fired. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't surprise me that we're focusing on space before we're focusing on our own planet and Earth and the oceans and littering. Dude, you know what? They carbon dated a mask, a disposable mask that we're supposed to wear because it's supposed to solve everything. Guess how long it takes to decompose?
Oh, jeez, I don't even want to know.
450 years.
Really?
450 years.
And you know how many of them are on the ground right now?
Dude, there's like 2.1 billion masks added to the ocean since the pandemic. It's disgusting. And each one is 450 years to decompose. That's gross. Gross. But here we are, trying to be good people. It's all a sham. Don't even get me started. It's all a sham. We don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. All right, we got 10 minutes left. We got to talk about the Bills. Our boys.
Okay.
Good game. It was a very good game, right? Allentown just leaps over City Hall. What do you think of it?
He's our Lord and Savior. That's what he is.
Do you think that showing against New England, who is supposedly like the number 2 defense since week 6, do you think that showing against New England is a Super Bowl contending team? Because I personally do. I'm not saying we would get there, but that performance during that game, every single part of our team fired. The only thing that didn't was Emmanuel Sanders and Jake Kummerow. Those are the only 2 people that didn't do very well. But other than that...
I mean, there was one play for Jake. There was a couple for Emmanuel.
Yeah.
And Jake still had a good game.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, dude...
The only thing we didn't get to see was our special teams.
Right. Can you imagine being Reed?
Right. This is the easiest job ever.
Yeah.
Well, he still had to kick field goals, but...
He had a couple snaps, but he was chilling.
Yeah.
He was chilling.
Imagine Hawk or Hake, whatever his last name is. He didn't have to do anything.
Dude, they're saying that he might be gone.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We got that dude from Scotland.
Well, we brought him in just for COVID protocols. That's what I heard, is that we brought him in. Yeah, really. But, I mean, he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been stellar, but he hasn't been bad.
So, the week before the Patriots, who did we play?
Carolina.
Hold on. Because I was going back and forth with him, saying, like, dude, that was disgusting. That punt was just dumb.
With who?
Reed.
That's cool.
Yeah, because the first overtime punt, who did we go to overtime against?
Tampa.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay punt where he punted it like 65 yards and downed it on the like 5.
Yeah.
I texted Reed and I was like, the first OT punt by Hake, I was like, me, that was beautiful. I'm like, pardon my language, but it's necessary there. I laughed my ass off, and then he hearted it, and then he's like, right. I mean, it's like, it was disgusting. That punt was absurd, and then it just died as soon as it hit the ground. So it's not like he's bad, but
and he's very consistent.
Yeah, but my only gripe is that he takes forever to punt.
Yeah. Bajorquez was bombing it too, but he was very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like 1 out of every 5 would go off of the side of his foot out of bounds. So like I can understand why we let him go. I loved the dude, but I can understand why we let him go.
Yeah.
This dude's awesome. I mean, he's very consistent. It's just not everything is 60 yards. 1 out of every 5 is probably 60. The rest are between 40 and 50, which I'll take.
I mean, hang time is key.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, absolutely.
But it's wild. But to answer your question, I don't think we'll shut people up or get any respect as a team. I mean, dude, the amount of missed calls were disgusting against the Bills.
Oh, 100%.
And I understand there's Patriots fans that listen to this. So, yes, the Hughes thing on the sidelines with your pretty boy Mac, whatever, right? Like, there's missed calls on both sides of the game. I'm not going to say that the refs threw the game because there was just zero execution in regards to the Patriots. And conversely, it's very easy for us to say that the Bills lost Tampa Bay because of refs, because that was egregious. But there's that. I don't think we're going to shut anybody up until we actually win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that's going to happen or how, but historically we turn it on now at this point in the season.
When we lost to the Patriots, the entire New England sports channels were saying that the Bills Super Bowl window is closed. It's like, what are you talking about? Do you even watch our games?
All garbage.
You're so stupid.
Did you hear that one caller that called into the Boston show?
Which one?
Some Boston fan called in and called for Mac Jones to basically just be like, gone. He's like, he's not the answer.
Which is true.
He goes, the answer to everyone's Super Bowl dreams and to owning a franchise for 20 years is on the other side of the ball. His name is Josh Allen. He's 6'5", 240, and he runs around you. He can throw it 90 miles an hour into the wind, and Mac Jones struggles, and he's garbage, and he just went off the rails, and then just blew up the whole sportscaster guys on the local radio. It's the sister channel for 550 on the Odyssey app. No free shout-outs. And we were all just dying laughing, man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But over there, they're like, right, man, bringing the heat. Calm down.
So when do you think it's appropriate to brand yourself with your own brand? Mac Jones came out and he's like, I'm Mac 10 or I'm MJ 10. It's dude, you're creating a brand for yourself already. That's pretty early, right?
Well, it's the Patriots. What do you expect?
Well, Tom Brady didn't do that until TB12 when he was his 6th year in. You're doing this your rookie year and you haven't proven anything yet.
To be fair, 6 years into Tom Brady's career was 3 decades ago, so things were a little different in regards to the business, right?
But still, you don't see any quarterback doing that right now.
No. It's because Mac Jones is a tool, and he's a New England Patriot, and all the fans are tools, and they're all corporate, and they're so annoying.
I can't stand them.
They're just annoying fans. Really.
I'm really mad that Zach Wilson beat Trevor Lawrence, though. I was actually rooting hard for Trevor.
I still have to watch those highlights. I haven't seen anything.
It was bad.
Oh, I mean, what else is new?
Zach Wilson ran for an 80-yard touchdown.
He didn't fall like your boy.
No, dude.
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
God, dude.
Dude, that was the most embarrassing football highlight. He's down at like the 5 and he just
Do you
rips.
think? Okay, so here's the question: do you think Danny Dimes falling on the 5 is more embarrassing than Mark Sanchez running into his own guard and fumbling? Which one's more embarrassing for a New Jersey football team? And you heard that right, Mega Fan. New Jersey football team.
It's got to be Danny, right? Because he legitimately fell out of it. Have you ever ran so fast?
Yes,
that you
I've done it
tripped?
before.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but
Playing
running
goes-
into your own guy and fumbling,
Yeah.
and they're like, weren't they in their own end?
Yeah.
I don't even think they were.
Dude, it's so bad.
Oh.
So
thanks for our sponsors.
yeah. So do you think that after what we've done for the second half of the Tampa game, that's the new talking point. After
know.
the Tampa game, the second half, we've been amazing. Do you think that we've played like a Super Bowl team since then, or no?
No.
Do you think that we'll make it past one win?
I think we'll get, if we keep doing what we're doing, we'll win one round in the playoffs. I don't think we're going to the Super Bowl. We're not that complete.
Yeah.
And dude, like I
Our
told you
offensive
earlier
line was
today,
amazing during the game, but they also didn't blitz at all. Which was stupid
They
on their
rushed.
end.
They rushed a couple, but it wasn't. It was because we were showing too many looks. They couldn't blitz. We kept switching things up because we finally used everybody on the roster. Thank God. Thanks, Brian.
And thankfully, they started using Devin Singletary as a lead back and stopped splitting it with everybody.
I know.
Get him
So,
to momentum.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's playing out of his mind because he knows
Yeah.
things are up in the air in regards to running back. So there's that too. But what was the point I was going to make? And then you distracted me again,
I
Derek.
don't know, dude.
I don't remember either. It's driving me nuts. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, that's what it was. We're not that complete. I mean, if the season ended right now, like today, while we're filming, we host the Colts at home round 1. I don't think we're beating the Colts right now.
I'm so torn on the Colts because Carson Wentz is terrible.
Yeah, but dude, when they need to play, Taylor just erupts.
Right.
And he breaks one for 70 and he like laughs at you while he's half running and then takes it to the house. Like
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
good. But I don't see them winning a Super Bowl either because they have so many flaws too. They're not going. The only team
who's
I don't
in the
even,
Super Bowl?
I don't even know, to be honest. From the AFC standpoint, I have zero idea. I don't trust Kansas City's offense at all right now. Mahomes looks like he's injured. He does not look like he's playing well at all.
Probably too busy keeping his brother's mouth shut.
God, he's so annoying. Okay, so Kansas City, definitely not. Cincinnati, no. I don't see them winning. They're too up and down also. Tennessee Titans,
No.
no, because
I don't see him in the Super Bowl. I see
Yeah.
him doing like
what
you know,
we're doing, one game and out.
Yeah, 1 or 2 games and out.
Then it's us, and then who else is there? Chargers, absolutely not. They just lost last night to friggin' what's it called? Who did they lose to last night?
Who are the Chargers?
Yeah.
They lost to the Texans.
Yeah, they lost to the Texans. After that, Baltimore and New England. I don't see any of them making it to the Super Bowl. It's wide open from an AFC standpoint. I'm not.
Who in the NFC
Let me put
is
it this
going?
way: Green Bay.
You
They're
think Green
such
Bay
a
is going to
complete
the Super
team.
Bowl?
Dude, yes. Rodgers is on a whole different level.
He called out the whole franchise.
Dude,
He's like,
he's
by the
so
way, I'm going to
funny.
throw this whole thing on my back.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch. He's just amazing. I can see them making it to the Super Bowl. I can't. I think it's going to be Green Bay and Buffalo Super Bowl.
All right, you heard it here first. Say a prayer. And, yeah, we'll see what James Webb's telescope comes back with in a
Yeah.
couple years while we're still, doing this show. Probably have
Okay,
only
so-
like half another sponsor, but it's fine.
What if in like 100 years they go back in the telescope and they see us sitting here like doing this podcast?
All right, everybody. We will see you next week. Thank you all for your time and attention, effort, and support. And we will be back next week for another nonsense-filled hour of whatever comes up in conversation. We appreciate all and any support. Make sure you're subscribed if you are not to our YouTube channel. We're on the road to 1 million. And we will see you here next
I
week.
cannot wait until we're actually on the road to 1 million. How cool would that be?
Oh, it's going to be sweet.
Billion.
Then it's going to be on the road to 1 billion. And then YouTube's going to be like, you're all dumb. We're shutting
Yep,
down because
absolutely.
we can't exist anymore. All right, everybody. We will see you and you next week.
Thank you, everybody. Please remember to drink responsibly. Be a good person. And Michael,
Don't litter.
we're burning this pillow.